How to teach kids tennis, the forehand, coming up right now. Hey tennis friends, let's get right into it. First thing that we need to know is the grip. For kids, have them just place their racket down and then pick it up. This is going to place them in the ideal forehand grip. Next, we want to show the kids the ready position. The racket is out in front below chest level with their back straight, knees flexed, and they're on the balls of their feet, ready to react for the oncoming ball. To start kids off on the forehand ground stroke, I like to focus on point of contact. So I'll have their shoulders and hips facing the net first, and I'll just feed them balls and have them connect at point of contact, then push the ball through, and then finish over the shoulder. And by doing this, they're finding out where should the point of contact be, and then they have a little bit of a loose feel on the finish so then it feels like a stroke. Here's what it looks like from the side. They'll be here, set at point of contact out in front, push through, and hit over the shoulder. Once a student gets this down, they can start to rally. And they can incorporate some movement into these so that it's a little bit more challenging, but they're building up their confidence. Once a student has a point of contact out in front and the follow through down, it's time to move on to get their shoulders and hips involved in the stroke. Same ready position, shoulders and hips facing the net. Now when the ball is coming, they're going to turn their shoulders and hips, step and hit. So it's going to look like this. Turn shoulders and hips, step and hit. You're not even going to need to tell them to take the racket back because it's going to happen naturally. Just by turning their shoulders and hips, they're going to get more of a backswing on that ground stroke. If you feel like you're getting value from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps me spread this video to more people and get more kids on the court. When the student turns their shoulders and hips to take the racket back, this is called a unit turn. We want their left hand and their racket on the right side of their body. At this stage, you should be able to see the racket butt pointing towards the net like a flashlight, and the point of the racket pointing back at the fence. We do not want the racket to be too far back on that backswing. It should all stay to the right-hand side of the body. From here, we want to make the swing path. You want to go from low and then finish up to the sky. Another way of saying it to a student that's good is to make a C shape. So to start low and then make a C shape as they hit the ball. The point of contact should be out in front, waist high. At this stage, you should see their shoulders and hips coming through to make contact with the ball. Let's take a moment to talk about the follow through. After the student makes contact with the ball, the majority of their weight should be on their front foot. And then from here, they're going to extend through and up, finishing with their racket over their shoulder, catching it with the non-dominant hand. At this stage, you can say different things like finish with a big nose, muscle over the chin, catch the racket up top. All these things are great for the student. When they go and step in, the body weight's on the front foot and they should be finishing on tiptoe. The reason why we want the student at this stage to finish on tiptoe is to show that they're establishing their body weight on their front foot and also have enough balance to be on control by finishing on tiptoe. Once a student has the components of the forehand ground stroke pretty well together and their confidence is high, it's time to incorporate some footwork. So I'm going to show you how to move out to the ball and then sidestep back and how to teach it to the kids. So when the student goes to hit, they're always going to run out to the ball and then they're going to sidestep back. A sidestep is where their body weight is down, kind of like in a defensive position when they're playing basketball, on the balls of their feet, and they're sidestepping, but they're not letting their feet touch, and they're trying to keep their head relatively level. So you don't want to see a whole lot of this. It's more down and stable. So here's what it looks like. By doing this, it's going to accelerate their learning and get them moving effectively on the court. The next progression to the student's forehand is incorporating the loop. So from the ready position, they're going to do their unit turn, and the left hand is going to follow the racket back, holding on to the throat of the racket. Once it reaches the student's belly button, their hands are going to separate, and then it goes back, and then it's going to drop from low and then finish all the way up high over their shoulder. Here's what it looks like. When teaching kids tennis, especially that forehand, there's going to be a lot of common mistakes that happen again and again. To find out what they are and how to fix them, watch the next video.